trade over the weekend. DeMar DeRozan went to the Sacramento Kings. So I guess when the story had come out that Sacramento was possibly pursuing Lauri Markkanen, then the stories that followed, and this was also applicable. Oh, I take this back. So they were rumored to be involved possibly on the Lauri Markkanen front, and this one just kind of passed by. What pick was Carter? Was he 13? I think he's 13.
Yeah.
Okay. So right when right before that happened, like that week before, you remember there was the story about Alex Caruso, the Josh Giddey trade, and him going to the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, yeah.
There was a story that Sam Amick came out with saying that Sacramento had a deal set up for Caruso that included the 13th pick. And then, obviously, that was trumped, and it fell through, and he ended up going. But then the subtext of that was they're not screwing around, and they are wanting to spend money, and they are wanting to get better. Like, they are not fine with just being in the middle here.
Yeah.
And also, De'Aaron Fox is putting a little pressure on them as the franchise guy. And so that him and Sabonis need something else. And so I like this move for them, man. Like, look, it's one of those deals where it's like you could try to round out and say, like, hey, we need to get some more defense or whatever else. It's not like, look, Harrison Barnes ain't stopping anybody. So he's a fine role player, and I think he'll be fine. He can still play a role and probably be a good character vet for San Antonio, honestly.
Yeah.
It makes them probably better just by having another, like, adult and real NBA player. DeMar DeRozan is still awesome and still is – they now have the top 2 scoring fourth quarter players in the NBA.
Yeah.
I love DeMar.
Number 1 and number 2 were Fox and DeRozan. And so, look,
what are you
they're never going to be like some kind of defensive stalwart team when you've got Fox and Sabonis as 2 of your main players. But, man, they are going to score on your ass. And I tell you this, I felt like last year they put as much pressure on your defense. When they are humming, they put as much pressure on your defense as any team in the NBA. When they are really humming, like when they got Fox and Sabonis and Murray and Malik Monk is coming off their bench and just getting buckets on you, and like when it looks right, and now you're going to add DeMar DeRozan to that.
It's crazy.
I like it.
It's crazy how Mike Brown kind of reinvented himself a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, you remember he came from the San Antonio system in the early 2000s, got to Cleveland,
bro.
Slow things down. And,
he didn't. LeBron did.
Yeah.
You are at the mercy of LeBron James. Even if that's not how you wanted to play. You're playing however LeBron James wants to play.
LeBron
Which is
James.
I've got the ball in my hands and you 4 stand around.
Yeah.
And when I throw it to you, make it. Or I'm getting you traded in a week.
That's fair.
That's the way it goes. But Mike Brown, look, did a very good job with that Sacramento team. And they're going to score a lot of points, man. Like, I mean, I don't know how it's going to set up for – they're going to be fun to watch. And DeMar DeRozan still got juice left.
24 points a game last year, 48% from the field.
Yes.
Like, he's not.
No.
DeMar DeRozan is
And they are going to
still
score,
really,
man.
really good.
They are going to score and score. Like, you're going to have to put up a real number to beat them.
Yes.
And the nights they explode, they're going to be having 150 on your ass.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
With as fast as Fox gets out there and as much
Went to the
as he can
East.
create, and Keegan Murray's actually a good fit with them. They get a couple, you know what I mean? They add a couple more, and they could be playing for, where you don't want to see them in the first round, and you may not want to see them in the second round. They could keep their guys healthy. They would have been in the second round of the playoffs 2 years ago if it weren't for Curry dropping 50 on their head in a elimination game. So.
Is their beam still a thing, or did it go
And
away?
the other thing is they got this one. You have to be excited. They got DeMar DeRozan. They can give anything up.
No.
DeMar wanted out when they.
I mean,
got
I guess
Josh
the
Giddey.
trades, the pick swap. But I mean, in terms of like a player that would contribute, if we're just looking at it and we're saying,
Yeah, you didn't have to like give up Fox to get DeMar.
No, you gave up Harrison Barnes and you got DeMar DeRozan. So I mean, that's a massive upgrade.
Yeah.
That is a massive upgrade.